We back once a motherfucking again. What is up, pimps and players, my friends? We are here to witness something that is close to my heart and soul. I love Aatrox jungle. I have over 1,000 games in the past on this champion in the jungle. Yes, it's very rusty, but my muscle memory is still there. You have to be clean with this character, of course. But in this video, I'm here to just showcase you how the fuck can you make this pick viable after the buff. Because yes, it got buffed, guys. The Q sweet spot damage does more, and the nerf to the passive doesn't matter because the passive is kept anyway, so it doesn't change whatsoever. Technically, just clear, just got buffed from level 1 to the end of the game, which is significant. Definitely is going to help him out a bit, doesn't make him that much better. And it can be a struggle in certain situations, but I just want to show you that this pick is pretty viable, and I might mess around with it a bit. I don't recommend playing it, but we'll have to see what the fuck we end up doing. So I start wolves. It's gonna be a really scuffed petting. I start wolves, I pull the Grom, guys. I'm like versus Kindred. Overpowered as fuck, broken champion from 10 years ago until this day. It's just Kindred, you know. I wore this. I played very safe. I waste a lot of time hiding this in the brush, and then I have to waste a lot of time walking back without being able to transition instantly to the camp. It's just a kind of inefficient clear. Either way, there's not much to see. I'm just slapping. I have a pretty decent idea of how to clear on this character. For example, the cracks here, you want to Q over the wall, then you want to use all of your Qs right away without auto-deck in between, because you want to get your next Q starting so you can finish the small ones with another Q. Stuff like that definitely helps out, but as you can see, the clear ended up being very slow, mostly because I had to pull the Grom to the fucking brush. But hey, whatever. I'm in river, looking to fight, and it goes back top lane. Waiting for this Kindred, see if she has a move. I have Twisted Fate and they have Malzahar, so I'm gonna fight no matter what. Fuck these guys. They're not gonna fight with me, man. Kindred face checking. Look at Malzahar, face checking as well. Malzahar coming in, gets a black eye in his left eye. Flash in, black eye his right eye as well. Not a big deal. Kindred mentally ill, tries to 1v2. Yeah, you have a lot of damage there, bro. Come on, relax, buddy. Kindred is not that overpowered. Twisted Fate has the biscuits, the HP from the Dorum ring. And we end up getting another kill. And if you guys might be wondering, hey bro, is this iron? Maybe silver? Bro, are you smurfing is silver? Nah, this is legit high elo, it's like diamond. So anyways, I reset. Whatever the fuck. And if you guys enjoy this type of video, if you end up liking it, don't forget to drop a like, sub, write something funny below, or let me know what you would like to see next. Maybe some Rush jungle, because that got buffed as well. Maybe some more Udyr, some Volibear. Just let me know, you know, I take these suggestions into consideration. Of course, I go for a full clear. And also don't forget to check out my other links, such as Twitch stream, you know, main channel, main YouTube channel for guides, Patreon, whatever. Yada yada. Real full clear here, and it's kind of like Graves a bit, where your first clear is not amazing. In normal circumstances, you can do like a 325, have smite, so it's not super bad. I don't think the clear is a problem with this character. He actually ends up clearing very fast. The game progresses, right, and you get more AD, more points in Q, and you start one-shotting camps all of a sudden. It's a little bit like Graves. And not only that, you dash through walls all of the time, this super low cooldown ability, when you get points, when you get CDR. And that's it. So I showed up top lane, I baited this guy to kind of show in, maybe he wastes his R, maybe I get some cooldowns from them, relieve some pressure from my top laner because I had kind of nothing else to do. Then I reset. I know Kindred was also gonna pet topside, and then she kinda has only one play, which was to go for the red buff or the Drake. And I don't have to rush to my camps, because, think about it guys. Let's think. I started wolves, so this is gonna spawn much later. Twisted Fate ganked Thresh, so he's in base, my Emilio can come. I don't really need him to make this play, to be fair, like he didn't fucking really do anything. Let's just press R for the movement speed. Slit his fucking neck. Go for the top crab, dash through the walls. Got the ward here, plays very nicely, and we have control over the entire map. So they see me, you know, Kindred. If you see me go bot side, you might run through this ward, we go to grabs, and I also protect my bot side camps in case she wanted to do something bot side because she saw me go to top side. So there are a couple mind games here that you have to consider. Now, I'm doing my bot side camps because I just want a full clear once again, and she shows up on the ward that I just placed. Wards are pretty OP, yellow trinket. And then I realize it's Level 7 grabs, they take a long time to clear. Kindred is pretty bad at doing grabs. She has low armor, she has like no sustain. These grabs are knocking her the fuck out, so I don't even rush it. I take my raptors in peace to get some clear efficiency. I get my level 7. And by the time I come in, Kindred is going to allow me to get some free stuff here. I save my E, because maybe I would have to go over this wall, but it's not needed. We just pick up a free kill. She didn't press R because she tried to dash over the wall. Then I walk in enemy jungle, because it's my jungle. We own the fucking jungle, my friends. I clear the walls. And very important, I don't do the blue buff. Why? Because the blue buff has the most HP by far. And I am on a timer, because Kindred is going to come back and fuck with me. Look at the grab HP, 400 less than the blue buff. So, what ends up happening here is that if I went for that, I wouldn't get level 8, and I would have to maybe smite fight if, you know, Kindred could steal it, and then this fight is way worse if I'm level 7. But I get my level 8, I'm prepared to fight with my Shen. But of course, if I wanted to, I could just leave through this wall, that's the power of this character. And Kindred wouldn't be able to follow up with her 325 base MS champion. Twisted Fate wastes his R, I don't know if I can get this guy, he's a bit of a noob. I mean, you see him at level 4, he went for the stun on Kid when I'm focusing the Mazar, and then I have to waste my flash to kill him. And if you guys are wondering about my runes, all you need on Aatrox really is Alacrity, Triumph, whatever page you're running, you need this for jungling. Unless you go for a Strikeback Rush, then you can go Legend Haste because you'll have attack speed from that. And you need a bit of attack speed on this character, especially if you play in the jungle, to have those auto-attacks fluid, because Artix is quite a great auto-attacker because he gets a lot of AD from R, he has a low cooldown auto-attack reset, which is basically kind of like an attack speed steroid, and then his passive also is pretty good with, you know, just auto-attacking, attack speed, whatever. A lot of Artix players, even in top lane, play Alacrity, it's just really good, especially against a ranged comp, because you'll kill them in mostly one Q, you don't need to use a lot of Qs. I went Electrocute, which is really nice for early fights, especially if you go for something like Voltaic Cyclosword. I didn't bother with that. I'm not saying you should go Electrocute, because you should kind of miss out on a rune, or go Grizzly, Mementos, or what is called? Yeah, Grizzly? Yeah, Grizzly, Mementos, whatever. It's not like 0 runes, it has an impact in the game, but definitely doesn't really compare to other stuff, it's mostly like a cosmetic thing. And you go for the Electrocute 3, which is pretty nice in the 5 range, you don't really need it though. You can even proc it that often, but yeah, it does a lot of damage. Now 160, I also get healed for that damage, so it's definitely not bad. And I also go for Spirit of Shoji because they give me the E cooldown, which is nice against full range comp, HP, so that if I get Mazar or Cannon ulted, I don't get one shot. As I said, probably if I paid enough attention champion select, I would go Legend Haste with Strikebreaker, bit better here. Voltaic Cyclosword can also be a really nice first item on Artix against this type of comp, except that they have a bit too much CC, so I want an HP item first, otherwise I'm gonna get one shot. Anyways, I was top lane when the guys made this play, and you might be wondering, why didn't you go counter jungle? Bro, you counter jungle, steal entire enemy jungle every single motherfucking game. Well, I didn't go for it because there are two objectives here, Drake and Gromp with Kindred Mark. And these guys end up overextending to perhaps even take the dragon, which they were looking for. I can collect a triple kill. I'm just way too strong to give them that kind of opportunity to claw their way back up in the game. Get myself some fake kills, and you'll see I'm pretty rusty on this champion. I'm not patient enough to do those combos where you do with Q max range into W max range, and then you land the Q2 on the W and do the clean, you know, Aatrox OTP combo that people usually do. And here this guy is just not respecting me. This is the power of having a champion that has a dash over walls and a low cooldown, which I don't have the luxury to use on the other champions that I like to play, because I really love playing Juggernauts. And Artix is a Juggernaut, as you may know, which just means it's a kiteable champion that does a lot of damage and has a lot of tankiness, and you are kind of qualified in that realm. That's why I always liked him, even though it's kind of a dogshit kit with a lot of counterplay where people just dodge your spells or you get CC'd and kited and you end up being useless, and that's why I don't really like playing Aatrox, not because he's that bit of a jungler, but because the champion is not super useful, and in top lane it's mostly used as a bully where you're Aatrox OTP, you know what the fuck you're doing, you try to snowball the lane, You get the lead, you 1v2 the enemy jungler. That's how Zhao Meng usually does. And even in top lane nowadays people don't have much success. If you heard recently Nile... Well, it's Nile, it's not Zhao Meng. But... he kinda... it's the champion here and there a little bit, or at least that's what he said. I don't know, probably still plays him. Either way, we kill the Kindred. I don't know why my noob Twisted Fate. Don't be like this Twisted Fate guys. He ulted bot lane for like 200 gold kill on Thresh or 150 gold or some bullshit. The guy probably gives no gold. And he could have just ulted the Kindred because I was spam pinging that she might go into my jungle. Whatever. Then I go for Sundered Sky. As I said, you have a lot of options for your first item. You can go Shojin, Cleaver, even Trinity Force, Voltaic, Shrinebreaker. Eclipse is kinda garbage. I wouldn't recommend that for jungle. You also have an HP ratio on the E now, which is very nice to synergize with HP items. But Sundered Sky is something that you always want to buy second on this character in my opinion. I don't know in which situation I would not buy this item second. The crit, it's hard because think about it, you get 20% to 40, well you're gonna have 30% or 40% when you buy this item, right? So your crit is going to hit for a lot, and then you also have very high base AD, so not only the crit will be hitting harder, but also the healing will be increased, and of course the synergy with the R healing boost, which is 100% in late game, makes this item disgusting. It's really crazy what you can do in teamfights with Sundered Sky. Aatrox. This is one thing that actually carries the champion. It's not very good if you don't make use of this item. And that's where I would look to spike the most. When I get my E maxed out for the CDR, plus the Sundered Sky, you can really become a monster, and that's what I would look to play for if I were to ever pick Aatrox jungle. The fact that I got a nice early game and a lot of fights and yeah, enemy team is noob is besides the point. Maybe I should showcase a game where I actually 1v9, but this is what I have for now. Hope you guys enjoy the content, you get an idea of how to play this character in the jungle. And here I just end up opening the gates a bit because there's no reason to farm my camps, but I can just farm mid lane waves because my teammates are doing other stuff. And I was not paying attention here. Give this guy a mark. But he cares, he's 07. He's shoeless, finally got his Nikes. Nike wrote like this guys, okay? Like this, like he got his like 07 Kindred, bro. What can I say? I love it. I love to see a Kindred player suffer. Fuck this champion. I hate Kindred with a passion. This champion needs to not have a, you know, 2-second cooldown. Well, early game is like 4 to 3 seconds cooldown. Well played, bro. Nice plant. Dash that you can spam. It's crazy because it goes over walls too, and you're fighting Kindred and she just does this bullshit here where she goes over the wall, back over, over the wall, back over. Yeah, it's so annoying if you're a melee champion. Who doesn't hate Kindred, man? Here we go a bit hard because my team has died. I want to still contest Drake. To be fair, I should have just stopped after I forced this guy off the dragon. That was enough. But I just want to go hard because I got Shen R. But my Shen is obsessed over 3 casters because all of these Shen players are evil. He was Shen OTP by the way as well. They're just all evil, man. They're all evil. Just straight up evil. He didn't want to ult me so we can fight. Like a sniper Ezreal. Slow motion on this thing because I even pressed my E, man. I even pressed my E. See, like it went on cooldown. But the dash has an animation, so I didn't dodge it. G, motherfucking G, Ezreal is just better, and I just die. And the game is getting a bit closer. I mean, they're not that behind in gold, and they have a lot of scaling and comeback mechanisms. I would say that our comp is a lot better, especially because the million has so much value here against Ken and Malzahar Thresh. Kinda messy, and of course these little noobs. By the way, Shen and Twisted Fate were getting quite mad. They're crying and moaning and crying, and that's what you end up doing when you cry and moan and cry while getting carried and kind of doing nothing. It's not like these guys won't lane or something, they're just getting carried by my pressure. I'm of course stealing enemy team and making their jungler spamping and distract them and rage quit. But yeah, TF ulted so late, we clean up, and then he's egoing right now. He doesn't want to help us Atakan because I spam pinged him and he got emotional because why would you spam ping your teammate to play the game in like just on the way, bro? I'm spam pinging on the way to play. And he's moaning and crying and moaning and crying. Bomb plating into Mazar, bro, that's so smart. 1v9 technology. It's just funny, bro. I love League of Legends. Like, this stuff doesn't upset me. It's like, it's just funny. Like, I got to a point where I'm trying to squeeze as much fun as I can, like in the good old days, because I feel like Season 15 League is pretty fun, man. Yeah, I don't know, the game is pretty good. Yeah, the community is not nice to play. That's why a lot of people hate playing this video game, but the game itself is pretty strong, and this is what you can do at this point in the game with Artix. Think about it. You have 3 seconds cooldown dash right now. I can go over this wall, then go over this wall, then go over this wall, go back over this wall, go back over this wall, in, out, in, out, in, out. I have a lot of walls to work around, in, out, in, out. I have sex with the Summoner's Rift, bro. I'm fucking the map. Summoner's Rift, I am in you, inside you. And you just end up farming everything at that point. You one-shot camps, and you have very potent control. You can bait enemies into so many stupid situations which they don't expect. That's where you have the most power, the most agency, I feel, on this type of pick in the jungle. So I can go for the wave, then go for the camps, then go back in. They cannot ever catch me unless they have like Vi ultimate with Mazahar ult combo with fucking Cannon TP flanking me. Okay? It's really hard to catch the champion inside them because of a 3-second cooldown dash. Do a little chain CC combo this guy with the Heralda. I got the Shen ult, we don't really care about it, not a big deal. Go in. Kill some noobs. And if you are wondering about my itemization, I usually go for Aatrox Star because you have insane base CD, you already have some HP items, I like some tenacity against these champions, so why not? It sets up for an even juicier item 4th, where you can get Overlord's Bloodmail. This is the build pet, Double Tunneler, which got buffed, and you can get like 130, 140, 150 AD from that item. It can really get insane in combination with your ult at low HP. I mean, imagine this item gives me 40 AD, right? 45 AD. Bloodmail can give me more than triple that on this character. It's a pretty spicy build. Because now it's not even bad buying HP items. Why would it be bad to buy HP items on Aatrox? Well, it's because he scales really well with resistances. If you watch my Volibear guide on the main channel, or even my other videos, you will know that resistances scale really well with healing, because you can heal so much that the resistances amplify that. You have a really large effective health pool if you end up healing, and you're gonna be unkillable. But on this character, it's not so bad to buy HP, because they made his healing scale with HP. As you can see here, it goes from 16 to 33. Amplified by 100% during ult. So if you have a fat HP bar, it's not the most effective thing ever, but these items have unique passives that synergize quite well with the kit. Yeah, I take a lot of damage. Like, look, these guys, I don't have resistances, they're kinda melting me. Especially the max health damage from that Mazar, Leandri and ult. But hey, who cares? Quadra Kiru! Shout out to Arya's demise for this traditional aatrox skin, spicing things up. You guys are wondering. Let's have a look once I buy Overlord's Bloodmail. Speed this up. Bro, can you stop fucking AFK farming? What the fuck is this full clearing late game, bro? 30 minutes. Stop full clearing, man. So let's have a look. 84 AD from the item itself. I'll have a bit more once I finish this, because I'm going to Spirit Visage, which is nice with Melio. Have some healing and shielding items. They got a lot of magic damage. Even Kindred W, by the way, does magic damage. Always consider stuff like that. The Wolf does magic damage. Percentage magic damage. It's actually a lot of magic damage. And yeah, the passive, well, think about it. If I press R, I'm gonna get like 500 over something 80, but low HP, that means that I get another like 60 80. Just think about this item, man. It can easily give me 150 80 right now. If I had Conqueror, it's even more. And some other dragons, it's even more. Maybe it can give me even more than 150 80 in some games. Yeah, it's good. If you're not building Overlord's Bloodmail on characters like this, have a look. Start thinking about it, because this item is pretty strong right now. And even the defensive stats, 550 HP, not too bad, pretty decent. More HP than most bruiser items. Whatever, my boys cleaned up, they are way too strong in the late game right now. Don't forget to check out the links, drop that interaction, and G, motherfucking G!